All right, chapter 3, moving on to what we can get mad at next. The NFL draft. So if anything worked out, we're in a quite normal place for us. It's purgatory. It's somewhere in the middle. I guess if there's a good or a bad, we did get the 13th pick, even though we have the same record as like one of 4 teams. But because our strength of schedule was literally the lowest in the league, that moves us down. So we get the 13th. And then the second round, we move back and we get the 16. Then it comes to 15, 14, back, right? So on and so forth. Those teams rotated. So the Dolphins come into the 2025 draft with 7 picks. And there should be a total of 3 compensatory picks. So those, with 2 of those really, really good coming from Robert Hunt and Christian Wilkinson. So right now we're drafting 13th in the first. They have 1 pick in the second. Currently none in the third, but those 2 compensatories from Hunt and Christian Wilkins, they should be third rounders. So that could put us at 2 there. 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, none in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh. So with the compensatories, we come to a total of 10. So I'm going to give you my breakdown of what I would in a perfect world, right? I think 13, you got to go lineman. But I'm scared a little bit because it's like Greer has scouted these linemen before over and over and over and over and over again. And somehow we keep coming up short on them. I don't know if we're not coaching them up with the right O-line coach or what. But we need linemen. I don't care if it's a center, a guard, or a tackle. There's a place to play if you are a tough lineman and at the top of what you do. That's what I say in the first. In the second, I'd say the same, but maybe D-line and not edge, right? Not edge anymore. We need middle. We need beef up in the middle, right? Calais Campbell did a great job for us, but not much more we can get out of Calais, right? So we need defensive line power as well. Third, I say again, we just double down on this. Here's the deal. We don't really need position players except for one, and we'll get there. Because we have those players, right? Even if Mostert and Wilson are done, you got Achane and you got Jalen Wright. The more we see Jalen Wright run, the more you're going to understand how worth it was to trade a number 3 pick in this year's draft to get him last year. Wide receivers, Jalen Waddle's definitely going to be back. Tyreek's Tyreek, we covered in chapter 1. But, you've got some of the guys moving into better roles. So we've got some other guys who are playmakers on that outside that are young. Malik started showing some. And there's people that can step in. Will they be Tyreek? No. But we've got enough to make a difference. Jonnu Smith at the tight end locked up. Fullback in gold locked, right? So we don't need position players is what I'm saying. Until we get to like the 4th or 5th round. Because here's where Dolphin fans, maybe even in a 2nd or 3rd, depending on how it falls, we need to draft a quarterback. And not a quarterback that we just expect to be Skylar Thompson or, Snoop Hundley. No, we need to definitely scout through this and find a young quarterback who has the potential to be our next. Because, let's be real, we are always 1 hit away from next, right? Tua has shown that to us. We only got a couple of years left with Tua's contract on what it is. Bring in a young guy. Let him learn. Don't be afraid of it. Even if it's the first round, if it makes sense and somebody's there. Atlanta did it with Penix Jr. and did it right there after they signed Kirk Cousins, flat out. This is what we're going to do. And now it paid off because Michael Penix is taking over the job when Kurt struggled. We need to have a quarterback that we develop that can run this offense that McDaniels put together if he continues to not be able to adjust, right? And then I'd say, once we get in the 5th, we go best player available. Again, with an eye on tackles and defensive tackles and maybe slip a safety in there. because, Javon Holland hopefully is coming back, but we don't know. Poyer, same deal. So maybe a little bit defensive backfield. Greer loves picking those two way up early. I say we wait, right, and develop them like we have Kohu and Storm Duck and some of the other guys. So, yes, me, that's my draft breakdown. Chris Greer's, again, had as many hits as he's had misses. So we can get off that bus. We'll yell at him when he makes the pick, right? And we'll blame McDaniel as well. That's what we do well, Fin fans. And they've earned it, right? They've earned it. They keep leaving us in purgatory. No playoff wins. Like, we got a right to be bitter, and that's cool. And some of it's just discourse back and forth, right? That's what it is. But if we're going to get better, there's my plan. Build the lines in and out. This is not rocket science. It's not anything you haven't ever heard before. My biggest take in this, get to his replacement. Get him trained. Get him brought up to speed. Get him ready to go when that one hit happens. So that's me, Dolphin fans. We move forward to our next thing in 2025. Stop and enjoy the playoffs this weekend. There's some good football being played. And I think it's going to be very interesting. So with that, that's all 3 chapters for today. I'm done, boys and girls. See you.